Hey guys, I am back. I am so happy to be here. I have missed you guys. This is a new episode of Marketing Home, Marketing You. Oh my gosh, am I out of practice or what? I'm your host, Barbara Savona. I'm also the CEO of Sprout Marketing, but more importantly, I am your marketing sidekick and the property manager cheerleader as a former property manager myself. So I've been gone a little while. We've got some catching up to do. So let me rewind and then we'll get to today's episode. So where do I start? At the end of 2021, we were just really, really busy, which is a good thing with Sprout Marketing. And we're in our going into our 12th year and we've just had a great amount of growth. And so at the end of the year, I was really reevaluating where my time was going, and I had a few other things I wanted to pursue, so I knew I had to pull back somewhere. Unfortunately, it was the podcast that made the most sense at the time. And not because I love the podcast. I love connecting with you guys and I've gotten great feedback. It's just very time consuming and I pour a lot into this and it's kind of a passion project. But I knew that I was going to really have to put on that CEO hat in 2022 and especially at the start of the year. But I knew I'd be back and I just didn't know exactly when. And this month felt just the right time. So I'm back. And in this time, I also decided personally to embark on a different journey. And it actually ties into something for you guys too. So I saw a trend, I've been seeing a trend for the last few years. Facebook groups, different LinkedIn posts, just property managers and multifamily professionals just burning out. I mean, people left and right saying, I'm leaving the industry. I'm so done. I cannot handle the stress, the pressure. I feel misunderstood or not understood or just not supported. And so many just good managers are leaving and feeling like they are burnt out. Add that with something that over the last, I would say, 10 years, I've had just a very strong interest in health and wellness myself. And I love to research. You guys know I love to learn things. So I was just personally doing a lot of research and learning about, all the things that go into a healthy lifestyle, all the different components of that. Over the years, I've had guests like we had a great psychiatrist on the show. We had different therapists. We had different people because I knew it was an issue. But I wanted somehow to do something that would allow me to contribute more in that space. So last year, at the end of the year, I decided that this year I would start a course to become a functional wellness coach. And I am in my fourth month. So it's going great. It's something I'm so excited about. I'm learning so many different things. And while I cannot give medical advice, I will be so excited to be able to incorporate some of the things that I'm learning about health and wellness with you, my fellow multifamily professionals, my friends. I know how much we are all dealing with, but especially the on-site people. I have a special place in my heart because I know you guys are dealing with a lot. In fact, sometimes I don't know how you deal with as much as you do. So, my goal is that this podcast can become a good blend of talking about some of the hard things, some practical tips to help us through challenges, and then also to stick with our content, with our marketing, our social media, our retention. And so that's the plan. I want to talk a lot about that this year and as the rest of the year progresses. So I'm so happy to be back. The format will change. We're going to keep it a little shorter, maybe 10 to 15 minutes. And I'm going to try to really stick to that because I know that a lot of you just don't have a lot of time. So, what I'm going to do, I get a lot of requests for people wanting me to help mentor them or guide them through their career. And honestly, I would love to do that. I just don't have the capacity to do that for everybody individually. So, I kept thinking this platform is the best. And then it was confirmed when I went to the AIM conference and I had several young women, beautiful young women, come up to me and tell me that they have been listening to my podcast for the last while and it has helped them to advance in their career to now become in a marketing position. And I was just like flabbergasted. I feel so honored and humble that you guys let me be in your earbuds, but it made me think this is the platform I will use to help do some of that. So, when people sign up for our free membership at Try Sprout Free, there's a little form there that asks, what is your current biggest challenge? And it's given us so much data. It is really an incredible way to keep up with what you guys are struggling with and then provide content that matches up. But I thought, why don't I use those specific challenges? We'll dig deep and address them in these podcast episodes. So we're going to do that today. I have got this fly that has been buzzing around. So we're just, if you see me looking like a crazy person, that's what I'm going to do. And I have to show you a blooper from what happened earlier. Check my social for that. Okay, so this week we are digging into social media. I have 3 questions, 3 specific challenges from 3 different people in 3 different states that are very similar. So, Carly from Boise, Idaho. My biggest challenge is how to gain more followers on social and keep our social media up to date. Annie from Austin, Texas has something very similar. I run out of things to share on social. And then Brenda from Baton Rouge says, I am struggling to implement a steady stream of social media posts. So let's talk social media. I know that can be a challenge. When you guys go to trysproutfree.com, there's actually a social media planning worksheet that our team created specifically for this. And it's a blank calendar. You can customize it for the month, whatever month it is. But at the top, it gives you a weekly breakdown with 3 different options for a posting schedule, just to give you kind of like high level themes to post about. So after that, you'll see these buckets for marketing, retention, and just for fun. So when it comes to what to post about, I know it can be so difficult. I really think categories and having themes are going to be your easiest way. So, when it comes to marketing, you can have regular posts that encourage people to visit. So, it can be just a direct shout out to come visit with a picture of your community. Maybe it's holding a cup of coffee, come get a cup of coffee and tour, or maybe it's a different refreshment, or maybe it is just a different amenity. Want to check out if this space is the perfect space for you? A picture of the pool. Want to spend your summer here? Come tour today. My name is so and so. You can personalize the post that way. You can also showcase a unique feature. If you know that you are the only community that has a very specific amenity, show that and show it regularly. Different pictures, videos, talking, not talking. A lot of times people think, oh man, I posted about our fitness center a week ago. First of all, only 6% of social media is seen by people. So it's okay to recycle content. And if you recycle content and you do it with a different graphic or video or different thing, it feels like new content and maybe somebody new will see it. Even if the same person sees it, they might now be moved to take action. So a post to encourage visiting, unique features, your community amenities, spotlighting something in the neighborhood. I think that gives you endless possibilities. You could do your favorite place to get coffee. You could do your favorite bakery. You could do your favorite lunch spot, your favorite sushi, your favorite Mexican, favorite park, where the movies are, grocery store. Literally, those posts are endless. And we'll talk a little bit about a strategy to make it easy. Now, with that, you can also do a tag a business post. So you can just share another business. Let's say that you follow that bakery and they posted something really neat. Now you can share that post in your stories. Make sure you tag them, do an @ mention and whatever their handle is. And go visit our friends at, they're only, 2 minutes away and we love the chocolate croissant. So something simple like that, you can use other people's content. Another one is a testimonial. Do a screenshot of a Google review or a Yelp review, or do a picture of if a resident is okay with it and it's something that they said, or a video testimonial, or you got a nice clip from an email that you feel comfortable using. You could use it anonymously. Anything like that would be really cool. An FAQ, write down the questions that people ask you when they're wanting to lease. You've got to have frequent questions that people ask. Spotlight that. Hey, it's Friday. We're going to do a frequently asked questions Friday. You can either do it with a video. I like the face-to-face interaction, or you can just do text in an Instagram story. Super, super simple. You can encourage referrals. Tag a friend. I love a tag a friend. So if it's like National Rosé Day, which is coming up, I think, if you do something like that, tag your bestie that you'd love to have a glass of rosé with. Encourage those extra eyeballs on your site by them posting their traffic on there. And follow-ups, right? You can even do a post. Hey, if you toured this week and you loved what you saw, come out on Saturday. We're having a cookout and you're invited. So those are great marketing posts. And I mentioned a few. So you can highlight a discount, encourage a visit, post a unique feature or amenity, feature the neighborhood, tag a business, a testimonial, an FAQ, a referral, or a follow-up. Just right there, you guys got almost 10 different posts you can do, alternate imagery gives you a real variety. Now for retention, get to know the team. Highlight a different team member. Photo, maybe if they're okay with posting some personal pictures, their professional picture, get to know them on the next few slides, some interesting statistics about them. How long have they been there? Do they have a unique quality? What, something cool about them that maybe others might not know. Welcome new residents. Hey, we want to welcome all our new July residents. An appreciation post. Those are fun when you have a creative holiday where it's like, let me think of one. Okay, I got to think of an easy one. Like Watermelon Day. We want to let you know that our residents are one in a melon. It's cheesy. That was the best I could think of on the fly. It's cheesy, but it gives you something to post about, and it's just a kind of fun feel good. Reminders, residents like to know what's going on if there's an event coming up, or a reminder that they need to do something, water's being shut off, or there's going to be somebody coming on site, or just, anything, any happenings going on that affect your residents. Social's a great place to do that, especially with events. You don't post about it just once. Post about it in the days and weeks ahead and remind them, and then post about it after. And you don't have to just post one. I see a lot of communities, they'll showcase, they have this great big, like, barbecue, chill and grill event. They got a ton of photos. They post about it one time. You can do a throwback. You can do a wishing we were here right now, 2, 3 weeks later. Keep your content alive for longer. Behind the scenes, what goes into planning an event, what goes into make ready. Business perks, if there's anything like that they get, like if you do any VIP program for your residents, like if they get certain discounts at certain businesses, highlight that. And then you can also encourage reviews. That's another one that works well. So those are your retention posts. And then just for fun, so you've got seasonal engagement, like what's on your bucket list for summer? Let us know in the comments. Here's what we're doing. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite movie? Any of those. National Fun Days. When you go to trysproutfree.com, every single month there's a new calendar with the National Fun Days. So like if it is Rosé that's coming up, or if it is, National Pretzel Day, you'll know about it and you can do a post. And I don't just encourage you to say, hey, it's, National Pretzel Day, da da da. Either you want a post that is either entertaining, it is intriguing, it shares something, or it's funny. So you could share a fun statistic about pretzels. You could ask a question, about what kind of pretzel, salt or no salt, controversial issue. You could also say, don't get it twisted. Sprout Apartments has the best residents in town. Give us a thumbs up if you agree. You could tie it back into your community. Quotes are fun. People love a good motivational Monday or a fun Friday quote. Tips, what not to put down your garbage disposal, what you can grow on a patio, what are the best indoor plants to improve your air quality. Tutorials, like we talked about. Virtual games, those are fun too. Virtual trivia is an easy one. Look up a random trivia and have people comment their answers. Questions or poll, would you rather? Are you a hamburger or a hot dog person? Do you like a snow cone or a slushie? Different ones. I don't know. Are snow cones and slushies the same? You guys get the point, right? Get to know your residents through polls. Caption this photo, post a funny picture of somebody's pet, and then say, caption this, best caption wins $10 gift card to Amazon. And then anything else that's happening within the days of the week. So don't get overwhelmed. Print out this checklist, use the calendar, and when you want to, don't run out of things to share. These are your themes. And in a future episode, we'll talk about how to batch content within these themes to make it super easy. In the meantime, take photos, keep them in your camera roll as an album called Social. And then when you're looking for content, you've got pictures of your team, pictures of your community, you've got pictures of the neighborhood ready to go. Keep your testimonials in there. And if you're super organized, you can even do individual folders for these themes and just add photos as you go to your camera roll. Now, if you're a Sprout member, you have access to our entire month. Every single month, we put together a social media plan with caption templates. If you have these, you can use and tweak these to make them your own. And you can use the graphics as well. So if you're not a member, go to Try Sprout Free. I feel like I've said that a million times, but guys, we give away so many free resources because we know that you are so busy. We want to do as much for our industry as possible. There's 5 free caption templates and graphics just to give you a taste. So take social media off of your plate next week with those 5 and grab them there at Try Sprout Free. And you gain more followers first by consistently showing up and engaging. And over the next few weeks, we'll talk deeper strategies on how you can gain more followers more connections. But let's start with consistency by using these themes, rotate them, alternate them, bite off what you can chew. You don't have to post 10 times a week. You don't have to post every single day. Post what you can post, but post with consistency. Keep it fun, keep it entertaining, and make sure to grab those resources at trysproutfree.com. Guys, it's so good to be back with you all. I cannot wait for the next few weeks and what they have in mind. Now, as I close off, I want to leave you with this thought. If you're feeling a little bit underappreciated or you're feeling burnt out, I want you to ask yourself, what am I allowing to continue that is really causing me to suffer? So, a lot of times we feel really negative in a situation, and it's easy to say, oh, I hate my job, or I hate this, or I hate this, I can't deal with this anymore. But my question to you is, where do you need to put some boundaries up? What do you need to stop allowing to continue? Whether it's the way certain residents speak to you, creating some outs, setting boundaries with your boss, even setting boundaries with yourself and how you show up. So, what will you allow to continue? Where do you need to put a boundary? And how can you reclaim some of that energy and that mental space back? So, this is going to be so much fun. Thanks for being with me. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave me a rating or a review. It always helps when you guys leave me some comments of what you want to see more of. You can do that on Spotify or iTunes. Send me a DM on Instagram, share it with your friends, and tag at Sprout Marketing. And I'll see y'all soon. Bye.